it is? What's up? Um, Welcome to another episode of Two Ways to Say It. I am your boy Casey, the one you came to see.
And
Yeah.
I am Esley Renee, who you
Ooh,
really came to
oh,
see. Oh, okay.
ooh, oh. Anyway,
Nothing.
oh,
Nothing.
yeah. I see she got the Alabama shirt on. It's sad for them. But anyway,
uh,
anyway, go ahead. Do you need a eulogy? Do you need a speech or?
I don't. Thank
Okay,
you.
so just yeah, if y'all Alabama fans, y'all know what we talk about. You know what time it is. But anyway,
We don't,
um,
but go
my
ahead.
song today is gonna be. Let's see, mine gonna be. Never will I cheat on you. Never will I keep it greasy. Brag on you. You hollering up for no reason. I won't pull up in my two. Hitting up, blocking on bleeding. Pick up the phone, baby. It's just song by itself.
Hey,
I know
hey,
you're
I know you're
home, baby.
home, baby. Hey, hey, hey.
It's
I'm in the
lit.
zone, baby. Hey,
Um,
hey.
oh yeah, it's somebody that phone. I said phone. It's somebody that song. Pick up the
Mm-hmm.
phone if you know who you are, I guess. But yeah, that's my song of the day.
Oh.
Don't cut it, y'all.
Oh
Cut it,
my,
kill it,
you don't want
kill
to be
it.
mushy so bad, and it's
Kill it.
okay. Okay, because
What your song of the day is? We got time.
okay, so all my Alabama, true Alabama fans, my song of the day is "Sweet Home Alabama."
Oh,
Roll Tide, roll, where the skies are so blue. Hey, Sweet Home Alabama. Mama, I'm coming home to you. Okay. So, and I think all the Alabama fans know why I picked that song. So, this is the farewell to the one and only, the Scorpio, head Scorpio himself. I'm not going to say the other G word that he is, but I'm just going to say he is the GOAT, the,
there
the,
you
the
go.
head GOAT. He run everything. We going to miss you. I don't know who this man's shoes. But hopefully it's somebody good because y'all got big shoes to fill. Okay. So I'm gonna end it with Roll Tide saving. Miss Terry said, baby, it's
Well,
time to come home.
well, I go for Auburn, so I like the song. I like the beat. Topic. So first, we're gonna start with Taraji P
Mm-hmm.
Henson. As we know right now or recently, the Color Purple came out. And Taraji P Henson was one of the main stars of the movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I plan to see it. Of course, that's one of those movies. I don't like remakes that much, but I'll watch that one.
Okay.
And of course, during the press run, she had several interviews, and the main topic of her interviews was the pay and where she is financially. We would think, I think, even her getting this role like the Color Purple, we would think, of course, Taraji has like, I would think like enough money, money that we wouldn't complain about having. But according to her, she has it's just millions of money, and it's been split so many different ways. She haven't been paid right, and she also feels like that she is not having to every time she gets like a big role, she's having to still climb back up to another one. So she feel like her
Mm-hmm.
big roles aren't elevating her to something else. So we don't know what the Color Purple is going to land her to, or what these press interviews is. But according to her in the past, she hasn't elevated. She's only stayed right there. So of
Mm-hmm.
course, we talked about it a couple of times. So what do you feel? You can start with financial, or just what she said. Period about elevated. What are we feeling?
Okay. So I would say, of course, just throwing it out there. I think it's just hard for any black woman in any role that
Mm-hmm.
we're in, even just the average working black woman,
Mm-hmm.
to get the pay that we deserve, or even just the roles that we deserve, right? So with Taraji, if we're just talking about the acting industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think with Taraji, it's like what roles are you going for, right? What roles are you wanting to star in? I said star in, but what roles
Yeah.
are you wanting to play, right? So usually when we see Taraji, she is in what we consider more urban,
Urban. Yeah, I'm about to
yes,
say urban. Yes.
urban like films, and she
Hmm.
plays them very well, right?
Right. Hmm.
And I think she also stated like the last kind of big pay that she had was Proud Mary. I didn't even see that movie. I just didn't think it was.
Yeah.
But who am I? A lot of people clearly liked it, I guess. I'm not
Hmm.
sure. But I think it just starts there. Like, what roles are you trying to get here?
Hmm.
Because, yes, you play the urban roles very well.
Hmm.
Now, she also spoke about Benjamin Button's pay as well. But also,
Hmm.
Taraji, if we're being for real, and I'm on her side, but I'm just breaking it down. So hold on, y'all. I'm not against Taraji and what she's saying. I 100% believe her. I'm
Hmm.
on her side about it. I'm just breaking down some of the things, right? So I watched Benjamin Button's actually a movie I actually enjoy watching, right? Taraji really didn't show up in that movie. And when I say show up, I mean was not seen in that movie. Like she
Right.
played his mother. So the
Hmm.
mother wasn't one of the starring actors. Taraji really just
Yeah.
wasn't seen in that movie, and not necessarily acting wise, but
Right.
just she wasn't the starring actor.
Hmm.
Brad Pitt was,
Right.
and maybe the other lady here and there that played the little girl, as she grew up.
Hmm.
So it's not that Taraji didn't do good in the film because, of course, she played the mother very well. And reminder, she played a black mother. The
Yeah.
black mother found him, right?
Hmm.
So I think it's again, she talked about her team.
Hmm.
Is your team putting you out there? Is your team putting you in classes where you can be more international? I don't know the word. International,
Hmm.
more global when it comes
Hmm.
to acting certain roles. Can you play um let's see, the sweet little girl somewhere else? Like can you play different roles? I feel
Right.
like you can. So
Hmm.
maybe again, you fired your first team, so hopefully her new team can get her onto better things, bigger platforms, and even just like I said, behind the scenes, are you going to acting classes? Are they
Hmm.
pushing you to do that, to do more? You can't just, sit there and
Yeah.
just be like, okay, I played and baby boy, I did that good. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying she's doing it. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
just in case she is. So that's just how I feel on it. Like, yes, when it comes to pay discrepancy, um, I feel like that is a huge thing just for
Yeah.
any women, but
Hmm.
specifically black women.
I think that Taraji is that example of becoming comfortable. Like I think over the years, like especially like being on Empire and all these shows, I think at the time that money probably seemed good, and because she was comfortable in, like you said, these roles, it's like ain't that wrong with urban roles, but we got to be honest that it kind of puts you in a box and it kind of keeps you there
Yes.
because those roles that you want to elevate to are not going to ever look at you. They're going to look at you like that's who you are. And I think a lot of time actors be forgetting that those, yeah, you playing a role, but at the same time, a lot of them, you kind of be attached to those roles. You know, it's a lot of people right now who play in those shows. We only think about them for the role they play, and we can only see them in that
Mm-hmm.
one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna give no example because I feel like that it's so many, but I think that over time she got very comfortable in that pay and being at the top of that urban list.
Yes.
And then over time, I don't know what happened. I think what triggered her is standing next to people that weren't. So I think when she was put in the groups of these people where like I don't know if she looked at herself amongst the other people, and I don't know. We all know she was around Oprah, so I don't know if that triggered it either. But she was around somebody that was elevated herself, and I think she compared it. It probably brought up some, I don't want to say insecurity, but something that made her feel less. You know what I'm saying? I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what triggered it. And it might be being in the color purple. And maybe something we don't know. Maybe the pay is something different. We don't know. But I think it's something that triggered her to look at it like, dang, I haven't had all of these elevations and different roles like these people. And it's because she got comfortable. I think we all do it. And sometimes like we just literally get comfortable because it's good right now. She knew for a fact that she can get all these urban roles, like these roles, like
Right.
she can always play somebody mama. She can still do it now. If they need a role and Tyler Perry or whoever else got it, they know that her number, you know what I'm saying? They'll call that number because they know she fits it. And I think accepting so many of them hurt her in a way. And I do hate that for her, but I think that's like something she got to sit with. Like, I think you got to be accountable on that end. Yeah, your team, like, it is messed up to hire people that I guess don't have the best intentions with you. You just never know what these people want. They probably just work with you right now because you're popular.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there probably was never their goal to push up to that. You know, they probably just working because you know what I'm saying? Like you just popular, they were making money. And on the financial end now, I tried not to like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't tell somebody that's not enough money for you. But I do think on the financial side that, like you said, we don't know everything, but I do think on that end, there's something a little deeper there. Like I feel like it's more than just you ain't bringing them enough money because I don't know why I feel like millions should at least if you're living normally you could be like, all right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Mm-hmm.
like, and there's probably some actors out there that probably wanted those checks and probably would be straight. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like on that end, the financial side, there's something that somebody either didn't teach her or she didn't get that. I don't know if it's because she came up in that older era. I don't think they set her up financially for the future. So that's why I
That
think it is
could
with the
be it.
financial side. That's why I said. So I don't know if you thought about the financial side, but that's what I feel about that financial
Of course,
side.
we saw where it was some reporters that I guess just ran, not even reporters, what are paparazzi, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
ran into Vivica Fox and they asked her about the situation with Taraji. So she pretty much, was just like I felt like Vivica really wasn't trying to get in it, but
And
then at
yeah,
the same time, I just feel like if you're not, then be quiet because when you're like, I'm good,
yes,
it's almost
yeah.
like
Like you
it's
kind of
like
throwing. It's kind of
you're just
it'd be
trying
like
to
kind of
stay here.
you're not new being neutral. I think.
Yeah, it's I don't know, but it's like I get it at the same time because I try to see stuff from both sides. I
Right.
try. So
Yeah.
on her end with Vivica, Vivica is a good actress. She's
Yeah.
pretty good or whatever. I think she's starting to do some of the Lifetime movies and all
Yeah.
that. So I'm pretty sure Lifetime paying her like decent money. Like, is
Because
she at the top
if
of her
I'm not
range? Like, probably not.
I would say, if I'm not mistaken, she was in, 1 year after there was a counter, she was like 10 of them Lifetime movies. She got to be in some good deal with them.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I could see her making good money. But
So
yeah,
she
yeah,
might
go.
be like the one of the leading black women in
Mm-hmm.
Lifetime. Granted, Lifetime may pay pretty good because I
Yeah,
mean them Lifetime shows and movies really do they be pretty good.
really good.
So I can get not wanting to, be in a place where people may see you like, you saying we not paying you. Okay, we can just
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and cut you
Yeah.
or, you know, I get it. And then also it's that other side, with if Taraj heard it, I'm just like, or if it was me, I'm like, oh, okay, really? It was
Mm-hmm.
probably just best to be like, yeah, I understand. And, hopefully she gets what she needs. Or just don't say
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, I don't know, or something like that. Just I don't know. It's just I don't know how I really felt about it. It's just like, ugh.
I think I was in the middle too. I felt like that's why I said I don't like that. Because I always say people like to blame like environments and situations. I think it's so easy to be quiet. You can't tell me it ain't. It's so
Mm-hmm.
easy to be like I can literally. It's the same thing with the paparazzi. People come up to them. It's easy to just say nothing. It's a lot of them that literally just walk by. They don't comment at all. Like they don't. They're not getting paid. You know what I'm saying? They're not paying you to speak back to them.
Right.
Unless you just really want a story real bad, they're really not. They don't care. So that's why I feel like it's like one of them insensitive things. Now I don't know if they got some problem with each other somewhere where it's like, oh, okay, that's why. But
Mm-hmm.
just from initial, I feel like in them times, I feel like it makes it worse since we already don't have nobody that'll throw themselves out there for us to have, especially our own, who will like make it worse, make it like so we sound
Another
crazy.
black woman. Yeah.
Yeah, like now that makes her like even Taraji, like no matter what the financial thing is, now I look like, oh, now people looking at me like, oh, I mean, she said she can pay good, so what's really wrong with you? You know,
Right.
it don't do nothing but devalue every time we do that to each other. So I ain't like that she actually even commented. I wish she would have just be quiet. And but that, that's why I had talked about the like the Monique thing, where like when Monique was going on her little like run or whatever, I get kind of passionate about it, but that's because I like Nikki Parker. But yeah, I just didn't like how she was handled. And the main thing to me is, yeah, it's like that time where I get like you said, you don't want to mess up your own like money and stuff, but throwing it out there for somebody who you like technically don't have to. But then you see like Vivica, like not in that moment, taking it to say something either positive or say nothing at all, it doesn't
Right.
help. Like to know, like nobody's saying anything about Monique, and you see Taraji in that same boot. But see, if in that moment, if somebody would have spoke up with Monique, we realize it wouldn't have got as bad for you, or that could have helped you in the future. So it's kind of like that. Stay quiet, okay, stay out of it, whatever. But it's like it's them all being actresses. I just highly doubt that none of them will have a job if somebody at least took up or helped and or speak up or say something, or at least
Yep.
show some type of support. And I think that was an instance of it. Like she was kind of like it ain't doing that, but really throwing more dirt on Taraji, which is so bad. I feel, but yeah, I didn't
True.
like that she took that time to kiss it off or whatever she did. Like, I ain't like that.
All
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I feel like because it was showing like I'm good. I don't care what she got going on.
Exactly. And I think that's what it was that
Her is like I guess all I can hope is if her team was the problem before, I'm gonna hope the team she has right now in this color purple stuff is better. You know what I'm saying? Like if you saw the problem,
hmm
I don't feel like you are too old to fix it. Like there are still roles out there. I feel like that she could elevate to, but I think this right now is the time to see like, okay, no more of them roles. Like now I need to go to these acting classes. I need to put myself in the groups that they're in. I need to have a team that actually knows my objective of this is to level. I mean, I say levitate, elevate to something else on this week's and today's segment of
now you know better.
because y'all do. As we know, and I'm gonna ask you first because I'm just kind of tripping.
Oh.
Do them Stanley Cups look all that to you? I'm just being honest. Do they
I ain't
even?
never like if I'm gonna be for real, I never paid attention to them cups.
And
I'm
it's
not
just
like one of those cup type of girls.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
so, I just never paid attention to them. Like if I get one of them cups, it's going to be in the cabinet. I guarantee you that, or left in the car. So I mean, I just never paid attention to them. Never
right.
like. I, I'm just not getting the hype on it. I think it
Yeah,
is just the colors and all that is that's what bringing the women's attention and stuff like
uh,
that. It
yeah.
ain't worth
So
standing in line
thank you.
midnight for no cup. I'm sorry.
Right. Okay. So
Consumerism,
um,
control. But who am I?
control. So yeah. If y'all don't know what we talk about, people have been and waiting outside of Target, and I think Target is the place that's been selling it. Target
hmm
for cups, Stanley Cups. I think I saw some Stanley Cups before. I think they like literally the similar to like the little Yeti cups and the little tumblers and all that. I don't know what's special about these. Like this is one of them out the blue type of thing that been planted in front of us. I honestly, if I look like they've been existing for a long time, and now they just literally they shut up the market, and people literally have been fighting over the cups. I've seen videos where a dude and went behind the counter. I don't know who he was getting it for to make the whole line mad and stole, went behind Starbucks counter, got in and hit him, throw him on the floor. And I'm like,
For
y'all,
a cup?
for a cup. So I don't know. And then I saw some videos where they was putting the Stanley Cup on side of like the other tumbler cups, and they don't even keep the stuff as cold and as warm. So literally, it's the collectible thing, I guess, and it's just a cup. Um, so y'all people who fighting them lines and sitting in lines at midnight, y'all know better than that. Y'all done lost it. And like you said, I think it's like this if this ain't no example, like you said, of control, like if y'all would sit in line and fight over cups, what won't you sit in line and fight for? Y'all
Man,
losing it. I
what?
know I seen a lot of people online saying like, "Oh, that's crazy." But we ain't gonna act like people don't be sitting in line for Jordans and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
But not at them PTA means. But go ahead. Like,
oh, hey. So that's what I'm saying. So like I feel like a lot of people online, if you ain't gonna realize nothing, let's realize that you do it too. I know I think I seen it on Facebook more than anything. People that talk about, yeah, this crazy, this crazy. I'm like, but you know, this ain't nothing. It's literally just another example of what y'all do
like
kids.
somebody said, them Willie Earl Cups from Five and Below, I think,
That would
do the same
that
thing. But
yes.
I think it's just a look for people.
It
Like
is.
I think it, as you get older, so you just start to see like why, like
Mm-hmm.
why do I care if this person has a Stanley Cup and I don't? And my cup,
Yeah.
because you so set on the name of you not even
Mhm.
realizing like this cheaper cup probably is doing
Yeah.
not the same, but even like just better than the cup that you
Uh-huh.
have. But we're so stuck on name brand stuff. Like it's
Yeah.
not. I'm saying it's okay to have name brand stuff. I'm not knocking people who have name brand stuff.
Right.
Yes, do I have a few name brand stuff? Yeah, like basic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna call any brand names, but basic
You ain't gotta be an
brand
idea.
name stuff. But other than that, I'm not about to fight people over
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, do you not see yourselves? And
You look,
probably
it makes you
same
look
people that stand in line doing this. Never mind. I was gonna take it there,
look.
but that's another time and another day. But go ahead.
Oh, and then now one thing I did see was funny. Well, somebody was like, "This is like jobless, I guess, activities or whatever." And low key, I feel like if you go sit up and wait for them, these people ain't got no worries in the world because who got the time to do this? You can't.
Man,
These got to be people who are good.
okay.
Somebody who got to get up and go to work and stuff ain't finna go wait for no cut. These people good. Apparently, they everything paid for and they just living the life. Because if this is your effort of the day, they gonna sit and wait for some cup. Oh, you living good. You ain't worried about that. You can't
That
be.
and then you have this certain group of people that
Mm-hmm.
stand in line for the Jordan shoes, and then we see that it's a big world like, oh, these people ain't got no job, they ain't got
Yeah.
nothing else better to do. But for some reason, when a certain group of people stand in line for Stanley Cup, where's the do they not have a job? Where y'all kids?
Don't because
Stop.
it's the look. It looks different because it's a cup. Like you know what I'm saying? And
It's
because of where it's
fun
being
now and
sharp.
it's funny. Oh, and it's cute. Or
Yeah.
not even cute. It's just like these people, these grown people standing in line fighting
Mm-hmm.
over a cup, or you standing in line
So
to 3 or 4 in the morning just to get a red Stanley
yeah.
Cup.
They
But
ran
okay, I'm gonna be
and
quiet.
ran on the stand. Like the stand was sitting in the middle of the thing. They literally ran in there, and it was enough for everybody. It's even the way. It's even the greediness of the people how they act. Like they really ran in there, and like it could be all the customer that's enough for everybody, and would just grab. I feel like just grabbing enough just to say, "Oh, I got 4 of them." I just feel like this can't be real. This can't be real.
Exactly. And the only person winning is Stanley. Only person. He just
Thank
sitting
you.
back laughing at
You know what? Y'all don't know better. I'll tell you that
They
y'all don't know
don't.
better. Y'all don't. That's sad.
They don't.
But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all drink y'all. I don't know if anybody knows, but Jonathan Majors. He's
Mm-hmm.
an actor. He kind of like an upcoming actor. I think he played in like one of the Avenger movies. And people was actually excited for him to get in that type of movie because they was like waiting for this Black Avenger and all that. And I think he played in some other movies. He just and what is that that we watched?
The
Oh,
Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he been playing some pretty good roles. I would think kind of on the come up, but he recently, with his I guess girlfriend or whatever they had going on, went through this. They had like this domestic violence. He got this domestic violence case going on. And of course, like I think I want to say the case closed, like because they found I think they found him guilty if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course the pictures evidence, it's kind of hard to we can see they were fighting. I'm just being honest. That's just what it was. They were fighting. But anyway, so we talked about this. The whole time that he's been going through this, he's had somebody by his side. Um, And many people, when they see him, would not think this is who it's gonna be. But of course, of all
Mm-hmm.
people, it is Meagan Good. Um, Confusing, random, but it's happening. And so he been going to interviews or whatever, which the problem, I think the biggest problem is if you watch the interview, I don't know why who he must have got a PR team because I don't know why they let him go in the interview in the first place. He was actually explaining himself. He was
Exactly.
actually explaining himself in the case to the interviewer. I was like, do y'all? I like ain't nobody here to tell him like the lady had showed the interview, the evidence pictures, and was like, so you did this, and he didn't have no answer. He was like, I wish to God I knew. I was like, why are they letting him? He ain't got no type of team. I was like, well, he in court again. I like, yeah, he ain't got no
He
PR
gotta
team, but
pay
then
them fees.
for
He gotta pay
real,
them
yeah.
fees.
And he ain't got apparently he ain't got no team or nothing around him. But anyway, so I think the biggest thing, the thing I'm gonna start with was he said in his thing that Meagan Good, and he said it more than one time that has been supporting him like Coretta Scott King. Please tell me what you
Oh
think.
my God. Oh, where do I start?
Please.
Okay, for
Oh.
one, Jonathan Majors, I love him in Lovecraft Country. I just actually
Mm.
like the series just in general. And he has that old timey look to him. So
Dude, he
no tea,
does.
no shade. You know, I know Cat Williams was going in on him, but he he has that, you know, that 1920s
Yeah,
black
he do.
male look. So
He
I
do.
felt like he really fit, you know, fit that role or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So Miss Meagan Good. Okay, so with the whole thing, the abuse, the physical abuse and all that, I'm gonna always say this. When you're an actor, actress, someone who is in the limelight all the time, you really have to move different.
You do.
It is, and I know it's not fair. I'm not saying it is, and I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So from what I saw, you know, we could see from the beginning they were tussling in the car, and then they got out the car. Looked like he got out the car and he kind of roughed her up a little, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just took off running. And for some strange reason, I feel like he just kind of thought like, "Dang, somebody probably around here recording or
Recording.
something
Yep.
like
That
that.
what it.
So let
Mm-hmm.
me just take off running." Now he running like Shakira Richardson, and she running behind him.
Yeah.
It's weird to watch. Almost like, what are y'all doing? At this
Mm-hmm.
point, like, if I'm gonna get out of the car, do all this, at least go around and get your phone, baby. Call the police, do something,
Exactly.
or I would just go ahead and run into a building or something like that. I'm not sure. So from
Mm-hmm.
watching it, uh, should he be found guilty? Yeah, you technically did put your hands on somebody. Now, do I think he need to spend 3 or 4 years in jail? I don't know what his time is or what he have to do.
Right.
No, because
Mm-hmm.
granted, when you
It's a
see stuff like
situation.
this, women, you pretty much kind of egging this on. You're running from no, you're running to the
Too.
I can't even say perpetrator, whatever it perpetrator,
Mm-hmm.
perpetrator, right? So that's weird.
Yeah.
Now with Meagan Good and this, okay,
Mm.
I'm just gonna say this, baby, you clicking, but you clicking down,
To the
okay?
ground.
And just never did I ever just imagine Meagan Good
Doing
in
this.
this
Oh
type
no.
of
No.
situation where you're holding a man like somebody said, you've been sitting in court and they've been showing you all this evidence of this man doing this, and you still sitting there, like you still quote unquote holding this man down.
And I'm trying to see if
And
you who told if it don't happen to her, why it can't happen to you. But let's yeah.
right. And it's
Mm.
just, I feel like, again, it's putting this stereotype on black women like we're supposed to be holding this man down regardless. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter what he do. We got to hold him down, right? This
Right.
strong, black, independent woman that just
Mm-hmm.
carry everything. The whole Coretta Scott King comment
Oh
is
yeah.
just disrespectful,
I'm so confused. Yeah, it's confusing.
insensitive again.
Mm-hmm.
Her daughter, I don't know if you saw, replied like pretty much just saying keep her mama out of this because
Oh, I didn't know that.
her
Yeah.
mother wasn't just who just sat back and
Yes, thank you. Mm-hmm.
let Martin Luther King Jr. do whatever
And
without putting
mm-hmm.
in any type of,
Right.
of her 2 cents or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was my whole thing because he also said that to the other ex-girlfriend, the one that he quote unquote abused, right?
Mm-hmm.
That he wanted her to be like Michelle Obama and Coretta Scott
Cool.
King. For one, be Martin Luther King Jr. Then somebody
Thank
can be
you.
your Coretta
And you
Scott
can do
King.
that. Thank
That
you.
it be that stuff right there, y'all.
Yeah. And they
And
say
right
anything.
now, I'm not saying women don't do it, so men don't come after me. But right now, we just own Jonathan Majors and what men do. So just hit me out. This
Right.
is what we be talking about right here. Because I always hear men say, women need to listen to men. We be trying to tell y'all what we like and what we don't like, and y'all don't hear us. Well, this is what women don't like right here. Is when you're asking for us to be something and you're not even putting in the work. You're not even remotely close to Martin Luther King Jr. Not
Mm-hmm.
even he's here, you're there.
And
And you
that's
want
it.
her to be Coretta Scott King, and you're not even, Obama.
Mm-hmm.
You want her to be Michelle. Ain't no, she don't have to be anything.
Yeah.
You're trying to conform her into something. But the part that make me mad is she's sitting there.
She's sitting there. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
She
not
gone.
everything's on here for you to be sitting there
Mm-hmm.
listening to this, and he's telling a woman that looks nothing like you. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That he wanted her to be that. Baby, you better go find somebody to play with.
You only are you only like who you're with. Like you gotta, I guess you gotta go outside of it because
Yeah.
that's literally what people look at you as. They only look at you as like you're looking at like an attachment now. You're not looking like you're an individual. They only can see you through what
Mm-hmm.
you do with their, your spouse. Um, but I'm gonna keep it like I'm gonna try to keep it short with them, I guess a little bit. But no, I'm gonna just go to the Coretta Scott. Yeah, I think that's like you said, it's very disrespectful. I think and that's the problem right there because people view they view Michelle Obama and they view Coretta Scott King like they are only like yeah they only existing because they're supporting their men. Who told you that? That's not why they
Right.
exist or why we know them. They're just married to them. Like okay, they just had the same. They think every time you had the same last name of somebody, their purpose is to hold somebody down or that's all they do. Well, when did we
Right.
put women in this box that that's what they do? And you see, they still have that same thing because you think because so your his definition of I'm assuming that Coretta is somebody. If I do something bad, they're gonna be there in court with me because I'm trying to see what's
Mm-hmm.
happening besides that. And that's what I'm saying. Stop putting women in that box that you feel like all they do is hold you down when y'all don't be
It's
holding them
so
down the same
weird.
way. So what are you?
Exactly. It's so
Because I
weird.
if it was flipped, let's say how many men Megan could have got to sit there if she would have been beating and slapping somebody. Let's see how many men she would have got to sit there in court and be like, yeah, she,
None.
you know what I'm saying, be walking beside her through press and all that. Man, y'all, I'm telling you, women, y'all got to get out of it. Stop making that your role. Like you're literally messing it up for other women because
Hey.
that's what they expect. They literally expect women to be just this person, just sit alongside and just sit there and just especially like you say crazy stuff like this, don't even have no voice at that. And like you said, I don't like
Exactly. Especially if y'all just started talking. I see if y'all been in a relationship
he
10
said it. He
years.
said it
Girl,
in the
y'all just started talking. It's not my
he
job to
said
hold you down. You better go.
yeah.
Don't even come over here.
Exactly. He literally said it. He said like the relationship is new and fresh. For him to even have to bring that up because he know how crazy it sounds. Because now he know people can say that like y'all just got together. That means cut it on, cut it on. What are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's getting nothing from it. It's like we just, I told you it's so random. It's like it's just straight at the air. Like, when I saw them together, I was like, this is the most random. How did y'all even, what? Like, it just don't even seem real. I
I
don't know.
I don't know.
But,
I just know we already know in this day and age, he gonna stay quiet for the next year or two, and we're gonna see
and it's
him
going to be
on
good.
Lifetime somewhere.
Oh, for
So
sure.
I think,
For
and he
sure.
even know that you could tell just from how he moving and the fact that we, just gave him a platform even after
Yeah.
this. It's just why are we interviewing him? We already saw what happened. Like why?
Yep.
I'm not
And,
understanding what he needs to say.
and I think I saw somebody say they, used to go to whatever theater school with him or something like that. and they said that he
Mhm.
really doesn't know how to separate real world from acting. So if
Mhm.
you notice the way he talking stuff, it's almost like he's auditioning type thing. So
Yes, I can
I
see
feel like
that.
that Coretta and stuff, I feel like it's this is a movie to him. I don't think he's taking it serious. I think because he literally don't separate the reality part. So I feel like in this moment, which sounds so bad, but I think Megan, you're his movie girlfriend. Like you gotta snap out of
Yep.
it. Like I think it just all looks good for him because it's like this, it's continuous acting. You can tell, like it's literally, and I don't know, maybe it's the passion that's so strong that he literally just don't let it go. But I really feel like it's all, even the way he talk, like it's literally probably all an acting thing. Like, but all I say is making good. Turn it on. Let's just turn it on. It's off. Turn it on.
Okay.
And if you getting paid for this, blink twice. I don't know.
Never go first.
Let's get it.
So I'm just gonna say this, y'all, and this is regarding Meg. I be want to say Meg Stay, Meg,
Mm,
Megan Good, and Jonathan Majors, and all that. Again, don't. I'm just repeating what you said. Don't be that woman, y'all. Please don't.
please.
Yes, we know in certain situations where you've been married for so long and y'all been together for so long or something like that. And holding down isn't this, I can do whatever.
Hmm.
Just stay is holding me down. I think every woman knows, I'm not gonna go into it. You know what holding down means. And you know when it's time to go.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
I
Don't
agree.
be don't be Megan Good. Don't be her. Not in the Jonathan Major situation. Don't be her. I
Be
like
Megan Big.
Megan
I'm
Good.
sorry I had to say
Yes.
that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. So yes, I'm just gonna leave it at don't be that black woman that's just holding down everything and you not getting nothing back. I'm sorry. So I said it and I ain't changing.
Just like
That's
that.
all I got.
Um, sleep on this. So I'm gonna just kind of stay like you did. I'm gonna just kind of talk about like kind of what Taraji going through. I feel like I know it's easy to get comfortable. Stuff is so easy. It's nice and smooth. It's like stuff is convenient. But I feel like if you want to be outside of something or you want to grow in some way, you do have to shake that comfort off and you kind of got to get
Hmm.
uncomfortable or you stay right there. I suffer from it, and I know people in the world suffer from it. And it is what it is. I'm sorry. But yeah, comfortable, like it says, easy, it's convenient. But if you want to be more than where you are now, you literally have to get uncomfortable or you're stuck there because you miss so many opportunities trying to because you feel like, well, I'm good. Like it is what it is. So if I say
Hmm.
anything, and I got to speak on this myself too, get uncomfortable. Being comfortable is cool. It is temporary.
Amen.
Because I promise you, that place that you think is uncomfortable, you could probably get comfortable in that too. So just sleep on it, and I sleep on it too. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all stuck through it.
Yes.
Thank you for the continuous listeners, new subscribers, new everybody. We see you.
Yes, we do.
And I guess continue to watch, and we will see you on the next episode. Toodles.
Roll Tide.
There you
Roll Tide.
go. There you go.
Roll Tide.
There you go.
Roll Tide.
There you go.